the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the f*** he wants.
You know, guys, over the last couple of weeks and months, there's been a lot of people talking about Warzone and Verdansk and the return of Verdansk and what it's about to do for Call of Duty. And as we've seen time and time again, look, you might think that the Scat Master is very repetitive. I happen to think that the Gooch Lickers are the repetitive ones, because anytime any of this news hits the timeline, the Gooch Lickers are the first people to come out here talking about COD is back! We are so back! Verdansk is back! And yes, YouTube still has that double gripper on the nutsack right now, the same way that the Gooch Lickers have that double gripper on Activision's meat. But it's okay, you know what? The Scad Master is gonna work with what he got, and you know what they say, where there's a Gooch Licker, there's a Scad Master, and this Scad Master right here is about to do God's work, and I'm gonna be revising a lot of people's common sense, because, I hate to break it to you, but Verdansk is not doing anything. Unless, of course, Activision fixes a lot of the issues with Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, and Warzone. But is that really happening, guys? I can't do it. You hate to see it. I'm sorry. YouTube, you suck. Eat my balls. Anyways, guys, before I get into this video, I'm gonna need you guys to do something for me very quickly, please. Firmly grasp the like button and squeeze it. And while you're at it, please hit the subscribe button. You guys already know what to do down in the comments below. Hashtag Fooly50. We've been making incredible progress lately, even with YouTube trying to clip my jewels. But guys, it doesn't matter. Jewels or not, the Scad Master's here for you. But check it out, guys. This news actually comes out from the Ghost of Hope, and he came out here talking about exclusive details on the return of Verdansk. It will launch with Season 3 of Black Ops 6. It is pretty much the OG March 2020 version. Train station interior will be closed. The interior of the stadium will be open, but the roof will be closed. The train returns, and there's no fast travel subway system. Now, like a lot of the people out there, I don't really care about this. I don't care that the train is back. I don't care that there's no fast travel system. I don't care about any of that stuff. I am very curious to see what happens in Verdansk. Let's see if people actually enjoy it. Let's see if it's all just nostalgia bait like I truly believe it is. Now, this entire thing with Verdansk coming back, we've talked about it before, guys. The reason they're doing it, the reason it's even coming out is because over the last few years, Call of Duty's popularity has just declined over and over and over again, year after year. And if you deny that fact, no matter how many statistics we throw at you, you're literally just ignorant. You're naive. You like eating Bobby Cosby's gooch from the back until he's purple in the face.
Bro, what the f is you even talking about, bro?
I understand, man. You do what you gotta do, but over here on the side of common sense, the decline and downfall of Call of Duty has been studied by so many different people. So many people have created videos on this, discussing all the issues. And guys, as of recent, what's been some of the biggest issues that we've seen? Hackers and cheaters. The servers are god-awful. There's skill-based matchmaking, EOMM, whatever you want to call it. There's an over-prioritization of monetization in the game. A very heavy lack of quality of life updates. The developers have shown us time and time again that if they're not incompetent, then they literally just don't care. So I personally fail to see how Verdansk is somehow going to clear all of those issues from people's brains. Now, this is the thing, if you're a common gooch licker out there, and you're somebody that's in the comment section already talking about, oh, you're just hating on Call of Duty, Verdansk is actually fun, MW 2019 is actually fun, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Do me a favor and wipe the gooch lint off of your lips before you speak to the Scad Master, because if you think those issues are not a high cause for concern for a lot of the people in the community, you are literally just wrong. There's nothing else I gotta say on that. You're just wrong. And if it weren't for YouTube, I'd be talking about your human rights and something about a baboon, but today I spare you, unfortunately. And I'm glad that other people are starting to see this, specifically a lot of the news accounts out there. Again, Charlie Intel has been given the Scad Master title because he comes out with tweets like this: nostalgia with Verdansk won't save all the problems with Warzone. And from what we've heard, Activision is hoping Verdansk can save Warzone's player decline. Nothing we've heard so far, though, suggests there'll be any anything significant, hoping we're wrong. And this sort of commentary, this sort of context is actually very important for revising a lot of people's level of common sense, because you would be surprised, man, the amount of people out there that legitimately think Verdansk will save Call of Duty or bring back the player counts, as well as Activision just for whatever ungodly reason just being lazy enough to be like, yo, forget about fixing the game, why don't we just rehash Warzone?
Bro, your receptors is down, homie. Your receptors is down.
It's the same type of mentality that people think of when it comes to Modern Warfare Remastered or MW2 Remastered. Look, I completely understand that it would bring back a lot of people. I understand there's a lot of people out there that really do find interest in those old Call of Duties, and some people really do like Verdansk, but the issues that we've been talking about and lining out, if they're not cleared, if they're not fixed significantly, what do you think your experience is going to be like 5 minutes into your first game where you realize, oh man, I've seen this before, and yeah, maybe it looks a little bit nicer now, but this guy has wall hacks. This guy just shot me out of the sky through a building with aimbot. What do you suppose you're gonna feel in that moment? And listen, if you're somebody out there that really doesn't believe that there's a hacking and cheating issue in Call of Duty, you literally suck. I've seen countless videos out there of people talking about the hacking and cheating is not a problem in Call of Duty because majority of the player base doesn't come across them.
Hey guys, what's going on? God damn you.
In that case, majority of the player base are a bunch of goddamn pissers. These guys suck. So you tell me how it's productive to talk about how it's not a problem because you don't deal with it. So because some of these moronic, tiny, regular bus-sized writing content creators that definitely do not gobble on Activision's nutsack, there's a reason a lot of these people do not grow. It's because they're trying to push a narrative that is simply incorrect. Which again is why I appreciate people that actually do call out this sort of stuff, especially when they have a platform, because it helps to set a precedent that we do not just accept nonsense. A lot of people will, but a lot of us really do need to rewrite where our standards are at, because playing a game like Verdansk with the issues that Call of Duty currently has, if you defend that sort of nonsense, you have neurological problems. Anyways, enough of the side rant. Here comes a larger streamer, TP. He comes out here talking about, I'm so worried this is going to flop and the only nostalgic thing people have been clinging onto with Warzone is going to be ruined for them. Hope they fix the anti-cheat or make console only for everything. And here comes Doug trying to chime in, acting like we're involving him. He comes out here talking about, I have this exact same worry, Teep. Part of the reason I sometimes say I hope original MW2 multiplayer never gets remastered would hurt to see people on the internet pick the game apart. Doug, shut up.
Fuck you, Doug!
Anyways, going back to TP's point, yes, the anti-cheat is something that heavily needs to be reworked, but there's other issues as well, okay? Like the servers, I don't know about you guys, but ever since Season 2 came out, and specifically Season 2 Reloaded, the game has become significantly less playable due to all the servers and how horrible, how god-awful the packet burst and the lag becomes. Guys, every single game I've played, and there's not been that many, lagging, packet burst, hitches, running in a straight line, and then for whatever ungodly reason, I just jolted to the left. I don't understand how we even get to this point with the amount of server locations that there are, with the amount of money that Activision has to enhance these servers, to provide actual support and work on every single issue that we've been talking about. But even past that, guys, the skill-based matchmaking and EOMM, which again, that actually does in fact tie into cheaters, hackers, and even the packet burst and lag issues, that's something that's been plaguing Call of Duty for years, and arguably it's been getting worse. So when Verdansk comes out, I'm calling it right now, this is going to be a very, very high topic. People are going to be talking about skill-based matchmaking, EOMM, and eventually that's going to trickle into things like skill-based damage, and a lot of these other conspiracy theories that we've been talking about. And then when we do that, you know what's gonna happen? Instead of Activision addressing any of those sort of issues or possibilities, we're gonna have these moronic gooch slickers, a lot of horrible content creators who have had that fall from grace, specifically people like Exclusive Disgrace. He's gonna come out here and start crying that people are taking his views. while simultaneously defending Activision and trying to disprove some of the problems that we're having. I really don't understand how that's productive for anybody that wants change and improvements in Call of Duty. We're gonna have people like Dyke Dynamite talk about, oh, this is the newest bundle to come out, guys. It's gonna be the exact same cycle we saw not too long ago, before so many people actually came together, started dogging on Call of Duty and Black Ops 6, and we started demanding change. Well, guys, if you were part of that little movement, quote unquote, that we had a couple of weeks and months ago, understand that Activision's entire tactic with bringing back Verdansk for Season 3, it's meant to be a slap in the face. It's meant to be that thing where we demanded so much, we may have made so much progress, maybe we didn't make any progress whatsoever, but Activision's not actually gonna fix or address any of those issues. What they're gonna do instead is bring out Verdansk and see if that improves the player count, see if that stops the decline of Call of Duty's popularity, which is exactly why I made today's video, which is exactly why so many of these other people are out here calling this stuff out. We simply cannot let that happen. Look, if you're somebody that really wants to play Verdansk, I don't blame you. If you have that Call of Duty itch and you want to play the game, if you want to play multiplayer, if you want to play zombies, if you want to play ranked play, anything, I understand. I will not fault you for playing the game. I will fault you if you continue playing Verdansk after seeing there's so many hacking and cheating issues, or if you have complaints about skill-based matchmaking or EOMM or skill-based damage, you know, something that obviously needs to be fixed and addressed by Activision, but if it never happens, don't play it anymore. At the end of the day, Activision is hoping, as you saw in Charlie Intel's tweet, they're hoping Verdansk will save the player count. Guys, the player count is going to skyrocket. It's going to boom when Verdansk comes out. That is a fact. It is 100% gonna happen. We're gonna see that trend finally skyrocket and go up, and all these gooch lickers are gonna come out here talking about, see, Call of Duty's not dead. All that complaining, but look, Call of Duty's still the best selling, it's still most popular, still most played game of all time. Let them talk out of their pube-infested mouth, guys. Because after a couple of days or a couple of weeks, especially after a couple of months, I promise you that decline is gonna come back. And those numbers, they're not gonna look so hot because Activision's not fixing the game, the core issues with the game. And if you're a gooch slicker that keeps on opening your top and bottom lips for Activision, YouTube will try to suppress this, but it's gotta be said, man. Get the gooch off your goddamn tongue. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. The question is very simple, guys. Do you think Verdansk will save Call of Duty? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos, and yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.